Greetings and welcome back to Inspired Messages. Today's segment is about honoring the ancestors. Around the world, people celebrate the dead, starting from October 31st, which is Halloween. We have Dia de los Muertos. They have celebrations in the Philippines where the tombs are clean, and sometimes family members spend the entire night at the cemetery eating and celebrating with loved ones. In Ecuador, you have the indigenous people that have the right of sharing food with the deceased ones next to their graves as well. In China, you have lanterns that are placed in a river the night before the Ghost Festival in Guilin, China. And during this time, they seek to pacify hungry souls. So you have all across the world where people are celebrating or venerating their departed ones, their loved ones. And in addition to that, in addition to them with their specific dates, you have railroads that are named after people. You have businesses, you have monuments, you have buildings, you have schools, you have roads that are named after people who are no longer here. And that is all venerating the departed, the loved ones, honoring their spirits, honoring their energy, honoring what they did while they were here on this beautiful earth. And I find it mind-boggling when you hear people make ignorant comments about honoring those that were here before them. When you have people making negative remarks about the departed, making negative remarks about loved ones that are no longer here, in terms that they don't need to be honored because they no longer exist. Yet these same people, some of them with children, they dress up their children to send them to school in costumes. And they have something now they do at the churches where they have called like a fall festival, but the kids still come in costumes. They have pumpkin patches, which again, they all have to do with venerating the dead. The pumpkin is symbolic of rebirth and fertility, and it also symbolizes harvest and crops, but still the rebirth and fertility is the same symbolism of the dead. When you honor those that are no longer here, when you honor the Gede, when you honor the spirits of the death. This is birth and rebirth. This is fertility. Yet we still have people that are ignorant to the fact that it is so important to honor your ancestors. It doesn't matter what religion you are, what your beliefs are. Ancestor veneration is extremely important because they were here before us. These are the people, our ancestors, whose blood run through our veins. These are the people that created our lineage. These are the people that created technology, that created writing, that created so many beautiful things that we have today that we're able to utilize. But yet some of us are ignorant to the fact that it is important to honor them and venerate them. Remember, there's so much richness in our ancestors. You have music, you have dancing, you have rituals, you have certain family recipes. There's so much that was left behind by our ancestors. We have technology. We have pyramids, just to name a couple more things. We have plant medicine. We have tools, agriculture. We have buildings. There's so much that our ancestors created. And so therefore, why wouldn't you want to honor them? Why would you decide in your head, because of what someone else told you, that you had a mother or father on this earth that brought you into existence, and because they have left this physical vehicle that they were given, and that you decide that it's not important to honor them, it is not important for you to visit their grave, it is not important for you to set up an altar so that you have a means of a communication where you can develop a relationship with them so they can give you guidance in this world. Our ancestors were so connected with everything. They were connected to nature. They were connected to the elements of air, to the element of fire, to the element of water, to the element of earth. And so their connection is what led them to be so creative, because they were connected. And I sometimes, it's mind-boggling why someone would choose to not honor the ancestors, not pour libation to say thank you to them, to thank them and to let them know that you are remembered and you are loved deeply. It is just our duty to do this. It is our duty to create these altars. It is a must that you create an ancestor altar for your loved ones. You see, a lot of times you have children growing up and they're not taught this. And these children, when they're not taught this, it's not beneficial to them. Because what I teach my children is that you better have more reverence for those that you don't see than the ones that you see in front of you. As I shared in a previous recording, I prefer to have an invisible army than to have a visible army, because see, nobody can tackle your invisible army. No one can protect you more than your invisible army, because sometimes there's a shield there. They put up a barrier for you and you don't even know. And it's because it's when you probably were in a situation and you got out and you're realizing, how did I get out of that? And so it is so important that we teach children. We have to teach this young generation the importance of honoring the ancestors. And I know it's going to be difficult because you have adults, you have mothers and fathers who don't believe in it. But wake up. We need to wake up. We have to wake up, because if you pay attention, the majority of these countries that honor their loved ones that are no longer here, that honor their ancestors, look how they're thriving. They are thriving. Look at China, look at Japan, look at the Philippines. You have Indonesia, you have Thailand, you have Hawaii. These people are big on the issue of honoring their ancestors. And so look at how they're thriving. And so why wouldn't you want your ancestors on your side? Why wouldn't you want an invisible army working together with you? So how do you start to honor your ancestors? I'll give you a hint. Through meditation, through walking in nature, through connecting with the essence of water, fire, Mother Earth, the element of air, to the cosmos, to the multiverse, the multidimensional universe, I mean to say. So that way you can connect to you, which is your own universe. And through this connection, you will find that you connect with your ancestors. Because we need to do away with the modern sickness of disconnection. We need to do away with the imbalances of our mind, body, and soul. It has been too long that we have been rejecting the mother, rejecting our ancestors, rejecting those who were here before us. This is why everything is so chaotic. It is out of balance. And the only way for us to rebalance everything, it is for us to reconnect with Mother Nature so that we reconnect with our ancestors. We have to honor our ancestors. We have to venerate those who were here before us. Teach it to the children so that they can carry and continue the legacy, so it's no longer forgotten, so that we raise ourselves out of this suffering, out of the mental suffering, the emotional suffering. It is time. Pour the libations of water. Pour the libations of rum. Light the white candles. Create your altars. Honoring the ancestors. Honor to you, my ancestors, and all ancestors that run through my vein, whose DNA make up my DNA. Honor to you, mother and father and grandmother and great-grandmother and father, both on my mother's side and my father's side. Honor to you, 6 generations of my mother's side and father's side and beyond. Honor to you, Cosmic Mother. Honor to you, multidimensional universe. Honor to you. Honor. Thank you for listening. I am Goddess Nini. Until next time, one love.